He's there wearing the same kind of outfit that he was wearing when he was first champion. See that? I took my phone and moved it around. This would be Bob Backlund. And they're bringing him back, folks. Remember? Yeah, it kind of smacked of, we've run out of ideas. We don't know what else to do. So he's there very stiff with the same sort of clothing. It looks like a 70s garb. Lovely guy. Just people say the wrong person to be WWF champion at the time. And did he become champion again? I think he did, didn't he? Didn't he have some, oh my God, my hands, I don't know what I'm doing with them. Like sort of, I don't know, like hands, I don't know, but hands across the sea? No. They're kind of, like a kind of killer's hands, that sort of thing. He did that sort of thing. It's a picture of him, I remember, like that. Looking at his hands. Can't believe I've done this with these hands. Yeah, well, I can't believe your collars are so wide. But anyway, this is Superstars of Wrestling, WWF, from the 3rd of October 1992. So we're coming into Survivor Series. The Survivor Series. But this doesn't really sell it very well. Because you got Crush versus Dwayne Gill. Gilbert is a little bit further away, folks. So yeah, really, his travelling backbreaker looks very athletic, does Crush. And because Gilbert jaws with the crowd, he's clotheslined on the apron. High leg drop from Crush, because he was an athletic guy, Gilbert bounces from that. And then military press, he's thrown from the top, over the top, to the mat. And McMahon reckons that's the first time he's ever seen that, which is fair enough, because it might be, Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, love that. And the Crush, oh, my head is being crushed, for a pin. Then we've got Nails versus Gus Kantarakis, that's right. It doesn't take long. Nails, they were trying to, I think, push as a main heel here. Did that work? No, it didn't work at all. So chokes him, pulls at the face, big hard posting, kick, another choke, he steps on his throat, hits a rather poor clothesline. There's a headlock which has worked, and then a sort of choke. And it might be a sleeper, I don't know, but it looked like a choke to me. And the ref just allowed it, and he got the pin. Because he's a nasty piece of work, you see, and he's but he won't be a villain for that long. Because he won't be he won't be a villain in the WWF for that long. No. Right, The Undertaker is fighting Bob Cross. Or is it Von Crutch? I don't know which one it was. Maybe someone can tell me. It didn't last that long. They didn't mention him very much. Because Undertaker's on him. Flying clothesline, tombstone, pin. Hit the showers. That's done. Now, Sean Mooney's here and he's sponsored. And he's telling us that Hacksaw, tough guy, is telling us to vote. Get registered and vote. Which is fair enough, actually. Fair enough. People died for that right. So use it. Even if you're voting for the wrong person. Right, okay, so, Repo Man. Now, my notes must be wrong, because I've got him facing Laverne McGill. Maybe it's Vern McGill, because Laverne is it Laverne from Laverne and Shirley? Is it that Laverne? I don't know. Anyway, McGill's got some success here, but Repo puts the brakes on, laughs, chokes him, kicks him, in the twig and the berries, both, twig and berries, yeah. Puts him in the tree of woe, hits a punch and a back suplex. See, McGill's not getting much here, is it? It's a bad night for him. It's a leg crank and he pushes his head into the mat. I don't know why. Then there's this is a pinning predicament and it's his finisher. A single leg Boston. Is that really a finisher? Seems to be. And then he ties him up by the legs. So he's got that rope thing. He ties his legs and then to the ropes. Leaves that there. After his leg dropped the back of his head. I don't know why he does it. I mean, I like Repo Man. I thought he was quite funny, but, and because, he's Smash, you kind of think, well, I'll go with it. And if you go with it, it's easier to like it, isn't it? But looking back, it's not very, very good. And also not very good is Papa Shango throwing out loads of, Charles, throwing out loads of curses to different people, including Bret Hart. And then the book he's reading, it bursts into flames. Because it's such hot writing. It might be a Jackie Collins or a Jeffrey Archer. Not quite sure about that. Anyway, here are the Natural Disasters versus Bob Bradley and Barry Horriblewitz, as he was called later on. So you've got Bradley flexing and Typhoon going, I've had enough of that, putting him down. Test of strength from Horriblewitz. He can't reach. Of course, a bit of a jokey thing here. He's bested. There are bicep curls from Typhoon with him on the bike, with him doing that. And that was Horriblewitz. And then some kicks from Earthquake, a running elbow drop, and the sit on him, which is awful. And then the Typhoon splash for the pin. It was terrible, and there's more to come. Because Gene is with the vocal, as he calls him, Jimmy Hart. Now, Jimmy Hart doesn't want to be hassled by Gene, because I think he's coming out of the men's room at the time. And then they end up in the men's room, actually, both of them. I don't think that's a storyline or anything like that. It's just a way to end a funny vignette. Well, not actually funny, quite poor, actually. The reason that Gene is there is because Jimmy Hart has to choose which of his teams will face the tag team champions, who are the Natural Disasters. Are they? They are, aren't they? Yeah. So he's got Money Inc. and he's got the Nasty Boys. But weren't the Nasty Boys earlier in the year? Weren't they looking to leave the camp? Didn't they beat Jimmy up or something, if I remember rightly? Have they had a change of heart? A change of Jimmy Hart, maybe. But no, they're still with him. Anyway, that's very boring. And then we've got Ross Greenberg versus the model. Yes, I am a model. There's no arrogance fly spray stuff. He disrobes very slowly. There's lots of female squeals. Lots of female squeals. And he drives Greenberg down to the mat, throws Greenberg over the top, runs him into the ring post. There's a backbreaker and a Boston Crab. We've seen that before for the pin. It weren't very good. And we finish with those promos. Skinner is in a bad mood and he wants to take it out on someone. It could be the viewers. This wasn't good. I enjoyed it because I love the nostalgia and I kind of remember it. But it's not a good way to run up to a pay-per-view, is it? Or even run up to the next episode. Ta-ta.